no floorboard is left unturned as the Property Show brings you a weekly magazine profile of both luxury and affordable living. We simply make sense of the real estate industry.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Property Show. To all you Rwandese and to all of you that are watching this show wherever you are, welcome. Remember, our business here is to make sense of the real estate industry. We bring you all the best in the world of interior designing, properties that are available on the market to sell to let. Before we get to that, I need to thank those brands that are making this show what it is. Roofings Manufacturing Limited in Rwanda that are ensuring you have got quality, durable steel products to construct your house and great roofings products. And for all the right color on your property and house, it's got to be Sadolin Paints. Of course, our host partners, that's the Serena Hotel. We just want to appreciate you. And to all of you, our viewers, wherever you are, you make this show what it is. Right now, let's take a look at what we have lined up for you in this edition's show.
Today on the Property Show.
Hello, good day. Today on Interior Designing Tips with Bethel Mutimba, we are going to look at how to design your interior properly. Now, there are certain things you have to take note when you're designing an interior. Main aspects you have to look at are scale and symmetry. Let's first look at symmetry. As humans, research has it that we are clearly drawn to symmetry, just like you find that boys find girls with symmetrical faces more prettier than the ones who don't have symmetrical faces. And this is just the way we are, it's just nature. So even as you're designing your house, you'll notice that every time you walk in and something is not very symmetrical, it seems disorganized, it creates a sense of disorder within you that you may not notice immediately. So when you're designing, when you're arranging your interior, these are the steps that you should note. First of all, there are lines that go through a room, lines that are according to symmetry. We have the diagonal lines and the straight lines, which are orderly. Like right here, as you can see, these chairs are organized in supposed sitting room, and you have these two chairs facing each other and this one facing the side. So we want to imagine that our focal point is right where I'm looking at you. So you notice that since the chairs are arranged in a symmetrical way, it is easier for people to communicate, because if you have a visitor and they're seated over there, they're looking into your eyes and you can see their expression. There's a proper relationship and proper communication going on right here. Another thing you should note in interior designing and planning is storage. It is very important because there are certain things that are very essential for life, but you don't want them all up in your face. I mean, we need gray socks and gray pants for living, yeah? They are essential when you're going to jog or do whatever, but you don't want them to be all up in your face. Every time you're looking, you're seeing your gray socks or your gray pants. So yes, storage is very important. You need to know how to store the right things in the right way to make your house orderly, or else you're going to have a very chaotic environment. As we're looking at storage, you notice that it comes in with the art bit of it. Just as we said, the scale is also very important, because you find that if you're going to organize a big object, let me say you have a big table, it will suit better in a big room. Scale is very important. The size of the chairs that you're going to put in your house, they have to relate to the size of the room. Even though you have just a centerpiece for the table, you're going to put it in the middle, it has to relate to both the size of the table and the room and everything around it. I mean, the chairs, everything has to be symmetrical in a sense of way of scale that they relate to each other. Another aspect we should look at, you should note that things while in odd numbers, let me say 3 or 5, they look better, they give us a easier perception of them, because if you're going to have three pieces designed together, I don't know if you have noticed, but many designers use this. While they're putting pictures together, you're going to find 3 pictures put together. This is because it is easier for your brain to perceive. It is easier for your mind. Same comes with the number 5. But you find if there are 4, they're going to give you a sense of confusion. So you may want to follow that while you're arranging your house, or while you're choosing the centerpieces for your table, or even the photo frames for your wall. Try it and use the odd numbers, maybe 5, maybe 3, and you will see that somehow it just makes more sense than when you put 6 or 4. And you'll find that your interior planning and designing comes out much better with less strain, and you'll feel less stressed every time you walk into your house. I mean, a home is a place you want to feel comfortable. Those were our interior designing tips for the day. Thank you. I am Bethel Mutimba.
Hey! So good to see you.
Yep.
Thank you. We have to leave.
Thank you.
Tifan Salida. Give your world a Sadolin makeover today. Get quality and vibrant paints to turn your house, car, furniture or office space into a statement that reflects your stylish taste. Sadolin. Color your world.
Still to come.
I'm told you're working on something exciting.
Yes.
Tell us about this project.
It's a residential apartment project. We've had a few apartment projects being sold before.
And now we get to take a look at our property of the week. Every week we always ensure we inspire you with a property. And if you have any property that you want us to feature, please always let us know on our hotline and we'll bring you that property. Let's take a look at our property of the week.
Nature at its best is what attracts you to this fine property. And not only does nature welcome you aboard the property, but the compound is filled with the beauty of green that even gives the house a more sense of attraction and calmness. The colors of the house will strike you, for it matches with the colors used on the interior of the property, which only shows that this had an extra touch of class put to it to make it look this beautiful. The dining area is simple and sophisticated with a blend of the ceiling and glass chandeliers. This house stands out on what is a home without the kitchen. This is where all the magic moments actually happen, and this kitchen speaks volumes on its own. But what we love most about this property is the availability of 2 living room areas. So, if it's comfort you desire, why not this property?
as we talk about real estate in East Africa, real estate Kigali, I get again to link up with one of our content partners, Plat Properties, Peter, to tell us a little more of what's happening. There's an exciting project they're working on. But before we get to that, Peter, we just saw Rwanda host the World Economic Forum. And oftentimes, of course, the hospitality industry plays a significant role when it comes to hosting of such events in an economy. And we know that Rwanda is also going to host the African Union and then Transform Africa in October. That's African Union in July. First and foremost, what does that mean for the hospitality industry in Rwanda? Coming from the background of knowing that we're told that African Union, for instance, alone needs 3,500 rooms, which actually are not available currently with the current state of the five-star hotels as well as the villas out there and apartments out there. What does this mean in terms of capacity building for the hospitality industry?
Well, I think it's a challenge. We've had a few conferences here before, and we've faced these kind of issues, whereby there was a time when they needed to get as many residential houses as possible, in addition to hotels and apartments and all these commercial, places. So a lot of landlords were taken aboard to be able to chip in and provide housing and accommodation for these. And I think that opened up a lot of opportunities for further for the next phase, where people have built invested in hotels a lot ever since that point.
Yeah.
And I think we should be able to deal with it at this time round. We have a lot of properties available, a lot of hotels that come up and have been finished. And we think the challenge is not going to be as big as it was a couple of years ago.
Okay.
And this focus on Rwanda being a host to these important events, I think has put people up, and we have worked a lot on.
Let's now talk a little bit on the stock of housing that's available. The huge problem across the region, not just East Africa alone, it's an African problem, affordable housing. Where do you think the solution is going to come from? Because if I asked you currently again, in terms of what's available on the market, I don't know what the pricings are that you're going to tell me, but how do you define this problem from your perspective, and how can it be resolved?
It's a big problem. I think the major issue is that whoever is trying to invest and build properties, and what happens is that when you come into affordable housing, it's something that I think governments should get involved in, sort of subsidize on a couple of things. That is the only way to go. If you're looking at people, investors, or people simply trying to build these kind of places, for them it's business. It's if they're going to make money, then how are they going to get into it? So I think it is governments, maybe people like the Social Security Fund would chip in and provide maybe this kind of accommodation. We would see. I think this is what should be done.
Okay.
Because people are investors are looking to make money.
Yeah.
And if they are not going to make any money, then there's nothing to push them forward into affordable housing. Yeah.
Okay. Now, for those of you that are looking for some exciting projects coming up and some exciting places you want to call your next dream home, next dream destination, I'm told you're working on something exciting.
Yes.
Tell us about this project.
It's a residential apartment project. We've had a few apartment projects being sold before, but I think what makes this exciting is the value for money. What do you get for the amount of money that you're paying? We've had places that are being sold for much less, but when you look at what they offer in terms of quality of finishing, in terms of accessibility, in terms of return on investment, I think this project named Siren Crest in Kibagabaga, located along the tarmac road, gives you a swimming pool, gives you a choice of 3 and 2-bedroom apartments, and all within the range of $80,000 to $98,000. Wow! So given that the market currently doesn't have anything of this sort that gives you the quality, the kind of finishing that we're doing, the kind of amenities that we're providing, the kind of location that you get, the kind of return on investment where we envision you're going to have to get your money back within 6 years. Now, this for any investor, this in property, this is a dream. And this project, I think, is what is exciting about this project. 2 and 3 bedrooms, very nice quality finishes, very prime location, rentable to within the shortest time possible when it's done. And I think it's going to be, for whoever wants to take part in this, it's going to be something that they really won't regret.
What is the capacity of this project? How many housing units are we looking at?
Yeah, we have 23 units where we have 16 2-bedrooms and we have 7 3-bedroom apartments. We were initially looking at only 2 bedrooms, but then through demand, we have seen that a lot of people actually would like to have an extra bedroom somewhere. They're very good sizes, where you have a 3-bedroom at 133 square meters. Now that is as big as a normal residential house for anyone out there. So if you have all this space into one apartment, and you have the swimming pool, you have the gym, you have the parking, you have the concierge service on board, it is a very exciting project. So
where can somebody access information about this project? And those of you that are watching, whether you're watching across East Africa or in the diaspora, some of these projects come up and they are one-offs. You won't get another quickly come up, and you want to take the opportunity while it lasts. So how can somebody access this information to be able to make their bookings or whatever they need to get interested in the properties?
We have put so much media out there. We have brochures, we have a website, we have everything. But I think the major point is if you go to www.serenecrest.com. That is the dedicated website for this project, and on there you will find the prices, the pictures, all the information that you need to know. You can send us an email from there. You can book straight from there, and yeah, we have an office. We have a sales office with us here in Kigali. But all the information is on that website. So if you get yourself there, you should be able to get all the information.
You said some are already sold.
Yeah, we've been 3 weeks into the sales. Actually, since groundbreaking, about 3 weeks now, and we already have. It's about 26% sold. Where we have about six apartments that have been signed for.
Well, to the rest of the viewers, we'll keep you posted on how far this project goes, but you need to actually book one of those really while stock really lasts right now. It's a worthwhile investment as well, just as a residential abode that you can make. Steve, Peter, it's good to have you on the show, and I hope we'll keep in touch as this project progresses.
Thanks,
all right. Yeah.
Oh no, it's my dad. Cover me.
Ariko nawe, is that any way to cover? When you have to cover something, cover it the right way. Only Roofing Zion sheets have double coating that gives them a much longer life and are made with Japanese technology for best quality. Right here in Rwanda. With Roofing Zion sheets, we've got you covered. Roofings Manufacturing Rwanda, a member of the Roofings Group.
The Front House, Chicago, USA. And what is most spectacular about this house is the true transparency throughout this simple yet breathtaking design was supposed to represent Myers Van der Hore's personality and embody true modest architecture. At number 5, we have the Louvre Pyramid in Paris. The Louvre Pyramid in Paris, France, is a number 5 glass building. This is the main entrance to the famous Louvre Museum, and not only does it serve the purpose of welcoming the museum guests, but structurally, it distributes the weight of the flood of daily visitors evenly. The structure was built with this in mind, and commissioned because the previous entrance couldn't withstand the wait much longer. Coming in at number 4 is Hotel W in Barcelona, Spain. This gigantic cell-shaped hotel was designed by the architect Ricardo Bofill and is situated on Barcelona's coastline, finished in 2009. It's already become a landmark. This contemporary building seems somewhat out of place on the beach. However, its concept is admirable because its shape and the way it reflects the sea around the building
We hope you've enjoyed every bit of this week's edition of The Property Show. And remember, for us to give you more, contact us and let us know what you'd want to see on the show, what you feel is missing on the show. And stay attuned with us on our Property Show handle. That's the Twitter handle, hashtag Rwanda Property, and of course our website propertyshow1.com. Special thanks to Roofings Manufacturing Limited Rwanda, and of course then Sadlin coloring your world in our 5-star hotel, Serena Hotel, and definitely our content partners, Plat Properties, Lamudi Rwanda, and Century Rwanda. Thank you so much for making this show what it is. And to all of your viewers, we love you so much. Imani Varinde.
Next on The Property Show.
Another summer day has come and gone away in Paris and Rome, but I want to go home.